We're out here at Gardner Angus Ranch today, and I'm here with Scott Toon, and he operates their BD7600 50-foot, and I understand you also have a 40-foot HD.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're going to talk about the 50-foot today and what it's done for you. So you had to replant some wheat this year, didn't you?
Yes, I did. You know, the replanting was tremendous. We replanted about 4,200 acres.
And that was army worms and
too much water. I have to believe that.
So you're up to about 9,200 acres
Yes,
on
sir.
the drill. So that's impressive in a year. So let's start in about how you use the drill, mostly planting wheat, feed, and kind of give me some ideas of what you're using it for.
Well, the main deal is wheat or triticale, and we plant about 5,800 to 6,000 acres of that, all for grazing.
Sure.
And then if we have dry, we plant feed we haven't planted any feed with this yet, but with our 40 footers.
Right.
Planted a tremendous amount of feed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And plus I like the way the 40-foot drill plants alfalfa.
Sure.
It
Sure.
does a great job.
That's great. Now, one of the big changes we talked about when we're talking about planting was due to the seed cup on the BD7600. So kind of let me know, you mentioned a little bit earlier when we were off camera about calibration and how that all works. This happens to be a ground drive, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
Right. It's kind of bad on my part, but I never did calibrate the 40-foot drills. I know how many bushels it hold and how many bushels I ought to get per box. But these drills here, when I planted triticale, I set them for 52 pounds, and I got 52 pounds. You know, within a pound or two.
Right.
And when I switched over to wheat, I planted them for 74 pounds, and it was right on the money. I didn't have anything to worry about.
Gotcha.
And granted, I could go 5 hours and I'd plant 160 acres, you know, in 5 hours or less.
Now, you mentioned you do use the app and have done some calibration with it.
Yes, sir.
So the calibration is a lot easier than it used to be, or?
Oh yeah, I mean, you just put your stuff in the app the way that it tells you. It gives you a guide through there.
Right.
And you just put your numbers in there to where it needs to be, and it tells you where to set your poundage handles, like on 28 or 25.
Right.
And it's automatic. You don't have to use no calculator or nothing.
That's really nice. Yeah. So, you know, there's a little QR code that we can scan and get to that app. And so if you do purchase a new drill, it's going to have your product manuals. It's going to have an operator's manual.
Yes.
It's got your seed rate manuals. All that stuff is on there. So if you forget your book when you go to the field,
Yeah.
you actually got it on your phone.
Yeah, you got it on your phone.
So when we're out here and we're going to change pressure because we've changed seeds, you know, from the hydraulic down pressure, how do you use your drill as far as from the center to the wing box, or do you set it any different, or how do you find that as far as?
Well, our fields are already farmed when we go to planting. They're tilled good. You know, we went over our fields 2 times.
Right.
And when I set the drill and my down pressure, I look at my opener arms, and I make sure they're all level all the way across there, that there's nothing sitting up.
Perfect.
And I'll run about 1,300 on the centers,
Right.
and about 900 to 1,000 on the outside wings.
Yeah.
And it does a really good job. Now, if I get real mellow ground, I'll lower that pressure down a little.
Sure. Well, and I think too what you're talking about also is you're talking about a lot of adaptability, because this drill, you know, if you need to and you get a pounding rain and you go back out there and you have to increase your pressure
Right.
to drive it in, you can. So really gives a lot of testament to the versatility of this drill.
Exactly,
doesn't it?
exactly. And of course, on my seed depth, you know, this right there, you change your seed depth with them.
Right.
You can't do it with your down pressure and get it correct.
Right. It's got you. One thing you really mentioned that I want everybody to really understand that said exactly correct. We want the top of the backbone of this opener level. That's what gets our C tube in the right place. That's what gets our seed placed in the right. Everything works correctly when we have that opener level.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, I've learned that through our Great Plains dealer. He's coached me
yeah,
through a lot of this.
yeah,
He
yeah.
said, "Oh,
Greg
you're
down
not
there
doing
at
that right."
KNS,
Yeah.
he's got that on you,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah, he tells. He says, "Oh, you're not doing that right."
He's been a good dealer for us for a lot of years.
Yes,
so
sir.
down there at Buffalo. So
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
So yeah. Well, anything else you want to tell people about the drill?
You know, you wouldn't think 10 feet would be a big difference on drilling.
Productivity.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, I'd work hard with a 40-foot set of drills to get 200 acres from daylight to dark.
Right.
And this drill here, I think 440, 450 in one day drilling. Granted, it's a long day. It's 13, 14 hours.
Right.
But you can get that. And with both them drills running, there was one day we got 658
That's
in one
real
day.
good.
Yeah.
That's real good. Well, and the other thing is too, it's not only the feet, the box is a little bigger too.
Yeah, the box is a little bigger. I think, and I don't know for sure, but I think these hold 180 bushels.
Yeah, about 3.8 per foot.
Yeah, yeah.
As a general rule. So versus the 3.2 on the regular 3S
Right,
series.
right.
So.
Well, I know the 40 footers hold 129 bushels, and I think these hold 179 or something like
Right.
that. Of course, and we don't pull any punches. We pack them just as full as we can get them.
Yeah.
So-
Yep. Yep. Nice fold up walkboard too
Oh,
on these.
oh,
so
yeah.
you don't bang your head.
Yeah, you can get in there and work on stuff whenever they plug up. And the only reason they plugged up on me, you know, I was in mud and have small issues.
Sure.
There was something else I can't. Oh, the lights inside the lids on the boxes.
Is that not nice at night?
That is fantastic. That is so nice. You'd be out there at 10 o'clock at night and pitch black and light them drills up just like. I mean,
Yep.
it's daylight.
Well, and the thing about it is, when they started looking at it, they said, well, they started talking about just putting lights up in there. Well, they shine in your face.
Yeah, yeah.
But then we got to where we got to looking, and we talked about it. And I said, well, we ought to put those up in the top.
Right.
And that really turned out nice because you can really see down in that
Right.
drill.
I've taken pictures out there at night of people that's helping me film my drills and stuff. I'm old. I got help coming, and you know, I take pictures of them up against the lights, and they just come out. I mean, the lights are nice, and I also like that hydraulic jack.
Yeah, you mean you don't want to screw that jack down?
No.
You know, some competitors, they have a big mass and they had other things. We try to keep that thing tucked back in there out of the way.
Yeah.
And
You know, it gave me no problem. I didn't drag the hitch. It's a long ways from the cab of the tractor to the back of these drills. And you'd know better than me how far it is, but it's a long ways. Nothing, you'd think the hitch would drag when you went over a hump or something, and no, it don't. It really don't. Sorry about the tractor, but
oh, that's okay. He's got to move hay.
yeah, we're big.
So
The cow's got to be fed, but yeah, and the greasable hitch.
Yep.
I've never had that before, and it seems to work.
good. Well, that's about all we can say about the drills today. We're here at Ashland, Kansas, and we sure appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget www.GreatPlainsAg.com if you want to see what the specs are on this BD7600 50-foot drill.
Yeah.
Scott, I thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bet.